I think too many people use decryption just as a starting wound.
Well,
pushing right in.
Usually have enough recon after, so.
Yeah, but in a map like this, a very long map, you can't see what's coming from their base, and if they're decrypted, they could have seen that coming, what, 2-3 minutes before it actually arrived. Siegfried going up. Now that's not what you want to be doing, but it's what they've got to do. They've got to hold the base here, and it's really, yeah, it's really not looking good. These T-34s have done an amazing job.
They're gonna kill the medium artillery together with anti-air, so.
Yeah, those guppies are coming in, doing a bit of damage. They're slowly wearing them. But,
yeah, I'm surprised there's no zeros coming to aid them, so that's.
Yeah, it seems like the Japanese player has not built as much as I would have expected. I think it's these bombers. I mean, there's a bit to tech the bombers, then to build the bombers, and the bombers aren't really being that useful. I think more zeros would have definitely been effective, looking at how much AA there is here. Now, I mean, the French fighters, as Elusive pointed out at the start, they do the same amount of damage, but the zeros are faster, which means often you can hit something and run away, and that can give you quite an advantage. So they're pushing out a depot to the right here, Elusive S's, and these T-34s are going down fairly soon. You know, they've done a lot. They may not have actually turned a points profit, but they've gained a lot of ground, and they've pushed them right back. And really, the Hungarians should be pushing out these two depots on the flanks. They should have these, because there's absolutely nothing that the Poles can do about it if they decide to push out like that. So they should be building up their economy. They should make it so that even if the fights don't go their way, they've got a massive economic lead and they can just build more. And these fights aren't really going their way, actually. You know, they're losing more than they're killing. They're pushing, but they're losing more than they're killing. And if you don't capture stuff when you're pushing, there's no point in pushing. Ah, they have built one depot in the middle. I missed that.
Well, that infantry is gonna kill all the flaks if it's not gonna be taken out. It's not gonna be good.
Yeah, that infantry.
Panzer IV is rolling up.
Panzer IV. See, Panzer IVs are the same as T-34s, but more expensive. T-34s come at a higher research cost, but
yeah, they're 5
they're
kilometers
5 kilometers
faster.
an hour faster. But you pay for that with an extra $5. So, you know, unless you're going to use the manoeuvrability, you don't need them. And I don't know, the front, the actual area in which they're fighting over is quite small. So this is the sort of situation where I think you need quite heavy armour just to crunch anything that comes in a straight toe-to-toe fight, because it's quite narrow, the area they're fighting over. They're not spreading over the whole map because they're being constricted.
Yes, the right side depot for the Team 1 is going up.
Yep,
yeah.
So that's even more economy. They're going for the snipe though. Will they get it? I didn't think they'll get this in time. It's going to be a close one. No. And maybe a blitz or two could have done that, but as it was.
Oh, it's 5 depots versus 4, 6, 7.
Oh, and here comes Zero's a big air fight here, which is not going to end well for the French, I don't think. I don't know. There aren't that many Zeros, and there aren't these advanced fighters.
Yeah, it's a lot of French fighters, you know, fighter bombers.
And now we want to draw.
Well, it turned pretty okay, actually.
Now this is a... Oh no, we're not on a draw anymore. Team 1 have taken the lead again. And this is a Swiss tournament, which means that draws, like in a knockout tournament, the way we run it.
Oh, he's gonna lose the Panzer IV. Look at this.
Kaboom,
baby!
Will, yeah, those Panzer IV surprise attacks killed. Guppies could have helped, but those surprise attacks really did it, and the fanaticism helped them. Yeah, normally if we run an elimination tournament, so a knockout, it goes to the person with the most points in the case of a draw. But a Swiss system does allow for a draw, so if the game's a draw, it's a draw. So it's worth fighting for.
So armored AA coming out from the crappiest armored AA in the game.
Yeah, those USSR armored AA don't really do much damage. You know, they've got some armour, they're not that expensive, but the damage they do is pitiful. Same as the USA buffers, so you know, but they're double the cost. So I think that they're not completely useless, but they're also not great. There's nothing in compared to anyone else's armoured AA. But on the plus side, they're fairly easy to get. Everyone apart from USA and Japan now requires the prototype of the armoured AA.
Lagmaster's left recon is positioned pretty badly. Finally, he's moving it. About time.
Another depot going up from the Hungarians. I think they should have got those up earlier, I was saying. But now they've got them up here, they have really got a roaring economy. What's that count? 8 depots?
Yeah, 8 versus 5.
No, it's not that great. I mean, a 1v1 tournament, a 1v1 game, you expect to have about 3 as a sort of normal number, and 4 is a bit good. 5 is really, you feel like you're really dominating when you've got 5. So 8 is.
Bye dep.
Yeah, it doesn't look like it's going to hold that. So
nice use of ruse for the.
Yeah, Terror's a good one to use in this, guys, because once you rout, you can't save yourself with fanaticism. Often on the ground, if you use Terror, they'll just fanaticize, and you won't really get any advantage from it. Okay, Terror lasts 2 minutes, fanaticism 1 minute, but they can negate your ruse with something they may well have used anyway. In the skies, however, if you do it in the middle of an engagement, suddenly all the planes start running away very quickly, and you have very little time to actually respond with fanaticism of your own.
So that's
got
more
push on the left here. We've got it's quite a lot of armoured AA there, and 40 34s.
Waste of fighters, I guess. Well, okay, they rallied.
No, I was trying to get that recon.
Yeah, you got the recon, but you lost 3 fighters. I don't think that's a great exchange. But they have no ground recon there. They really should be moving that Japanese.
The problem is there's no AT, so there's
So yeah, there's 300 points.
Tigers up.
350 points in it. So it's still only a major victory. So it's not over yet, despite the economy and the kills. They're still in this, but they're really struggling. I mean, it's not looking great for them.
Oh, if they kill that stack, it's gonna be a lot better.
Even they can kill that stack with few losses. Like, if these Tigers get in, as I was saying earlier, I think the Tigers are good. Oh, there's another bombing one coming in. 2 bombers. Looks like they're going to get that depot. Oh, he covered it just before, but he's switched to the edge quarters. No, then he got spotted. He spotted the depot again with some recon. But wasted it. One of those bombers is enough to kill it, and he used both bombing ones. Now, bombers can be very annoying. If you have auto fire when buildings on, then bombers will automatically target buildings, and often
will make you curse.
Bombs not very well. There's a French air attack on the left here. Looks like they're going to see if they can remove one of these depots. 4 guppies for a depot. Oh no! No, they were hitting the supply trucks, and sometimes that can cause you to fail, but they got away with it. If you click on it, just the supply trucks are coming out. Often the supply trucks can be targeted instead, and that can cause you a problem.
Yeah, that's pretty annoying.
Those aircraft are getting right behind them. He's going to have to manage the retreat. Oh no! Has he got around? We got another depot truck coming out, I think. Yeah, so that's 2 fighters down. So he wasn't quite quick enough on the micromanagement to manage the retreat. And infantry pushes in the middle. There's stuff going on all over the place here. Yeah, I'd have built the Tigers instead of the Panzer IVs. I think you need muscle rather than speed in this sort of fight. Decoy tanks doing their job, taking up a little bit of fire. Though, given that there's no advance going on, they're actually not doing their job, they're just taking up fire.
Yeah. Oh, we should use guppies now, to be honest. There's not much of them, I guess.
Well, they've got the AA there, and they've still got a lot of AA. these tigers can really do some damage to these.
Tigers need to go
Hungarian
back,
C-34s here.
micro
So they're
back.
terrified. They should the tigers should be rolling backwards because they've got the range.
Oh my god.
They're only
there's
3
no
kilometers an
micro
hour
happening.
slower. So if they were microed backwards, then you can stay in range of your opponent while he's not in range of you. So that's quite cool.
And they're
micro
moving
from,
forward.
Master. Yeah, he's pushing forward. Yeah, that's a real decision.
Oh, well, he's still winning though, but he could have.
Yeah. And I also think that fanaticism was a mistake. People often fanaticize when they don't need to. The way that farming works by default means that to get kills you have to be, it's quite micro intensive. They I've said this before in our commentaries, they automatically fire at ones which are healthy. They will not fire at things which are routing. So it's actually almost good for your stuff to be routing. Oh, a huge bombing one on the right! Sorry, I should have seen that.
Yeah, if you talk less, you'd see it coming.
Took out all of Elusive's stuff. He should have interrupted
Yeah,
me.
except
So.
for HQ. Oh, 7.